Hello, my name is Emma and welcome to Potion Path. This game is generally about, I have no description for this game. Actually, all I saw was that it's about a dude trying to save his king, but he has to ask a witch for help. That's why it's called Potion Path, if you can't tell. So, let's begin. King, I've come in as fast as I could. Get away from me, boy. I don't want you to get sick. The room reeks of death, and the green hue in the king's skin makes me nauseous. Sorry, King, I'm gonna have to on you. Why didn't you tell me about this before? I knew you'd come in and act this way. The king coughs and I lean closer, my hands hovering in the air. Useless. He's gonna spread all his germs over me. Blah! I'm afraid that this might be our last encounter. Don't speak that way, my lord! Don't! But it is the truth. My kids are just babies and my wife has passed away. When I die, someone will have to take the throne. Stop! I don't want to hear it! No! I've chosen you as my heir. Oh. I'm gonna fight some kids for the throne then. King Oscar. I'm flattered, but I'm not fit to rule Ablatoria. You will learn. I believe in you. Enough of that! I'm going to find a cure for your illness. There's no cure for this boy, just accept our fate. He kinda looks like he's gonna become a zombie. I won't, not without putting up a fight! I'll beat this sickness out of you! Mateo! I rush outside the room like a petulant child. Mateo spends the rest of the day in the library, reading Uncommon Diseases Volume 4 in search for the symptoms. Eventually, he lands on a drawing that looks just like King Oscar. The Dark Infection, seen for the first time in the fall of 4138 in Midtown. Symptoms: rotting flesh, slower movements, progressive organ dysfunction. Cause: unknown. Cure: unknown. Stupid book! Throws it against the wall. I don't need this. Well, that's depressing. Out of the corner of my eye, a violet book catches my attention. Protection against witchcraft and sinners. Interesting. No, what am I thinking? Maybe if... witches are devil's worshippers, but if my prayers won't be heard, maybe I need to try different methods. Maybe I will become a devil worshipper. I head to the dungeons. Hello, Santiago. I try to act normal, but my heart threatens to jump out of my chest. Hey there, Mateo. How's everything? He groans. Terrible, I hate this shift. Why do I have to stand in front of the dungeons? It's not like the witches will be able to escape with those magicless shackles. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna check something. King's orders, you know who he is. I spoke to the king? He hasn't been out of his room in weeks. Yeah, I saw him die, man. Yeah, long story. So, sure, come on in. I shouldn't be here, but I want to. This thrill is exhilarating. The cells are filled with sinners that'll be executed tomorrow. What was I thinking? I take a quick glance around the place before heading to the stairs. Wait, Knight! I sigh, then turn around to see the witch to my right. What do you want? Set me free. And why would I do that? She glares at me, hiding a smirk. Because I happen to know a cure. What do you mean? Please, knights are shit at hiding secrets. Even I know about Oscar's disease. You're speaking to the king? Yes, you are speaking to His Highness? Without honorifics? You fiend. I'll execute you immediately. She rolls her eyes. You may not approve of my practices, but my magic is the only thing standing between your beloved king and his death. I shouldn't listen to her. Witches are known for their tricks, but she has a point. Magic, despite being dangerous, is said to do unbelievable things. Maybe I should follow my gut after all. Maybe this is the only way. She'll be gone tomorrow anyways. Fine, speak. Oh, no, not so quickly. You will have to get me out of here first. She raises up her wrists, showing off her shackles. Her mocking tone bothers me. How can she joke out a time like this? I'm gonna beat it out of you. Wacha! You're in no position to be making demands. You either speak or get burned at the stake. I'm getting killed anyway. Nothing prevents me from taking the recipe to my grave. You fiend. You fool. A recipe, huh? So it's for one of your juices? They're called potions, and yes. I need you to collect some ingredients before that. Nice try, but it'll take more than that to escape. Fine, fine. Let's see how you cure the dark infection by yourself. You know about the dark infection? The witch shakes her shackles playfully. I roll my eyes. Is this really worth it? I glance around the room, stalling for time. Who am I kidding? Fine. But I will have to find the key first. Mateo goes up to Santiago and tells him, You're gonna fire him? No. Shift swap. Then he volunteers to take his shift. Santiago's so relieved that he doesn't even question the odd request. He hands Mateo the keys, who counts to 20 before heading down again. I have the key. Great, now hurry. Don't tell me what to do. I don't even have a sword, man. Despite my annoyance, I get her out of the shackles as quickly as possible. You saved the witch! From myself! She stares down at her free wrist, eyes twinkling. I did my part, now tell me about. The witch sprints to the exit. Shit! I run after her, but she's faster than I expected. If only I had a sword to throw. I enter the kitchen. It's mostly empty except for our cook that's banging in the storehouse door. I approach her. Excuse me, what's happening? A young woman just ran and locked herself in there. I buckle up before slamming the door down. The cook takes a few steps back, gasping. I barge into the room, but there's no sign of the witch. There's a high window open, though, and the current swings wildly. Excuse me, I'm going to, I run to the wall and step on the potato bag to reach the window. I pull myself upwards and quickly go through it, falling on my feet to catch up to the witch. She's about 10 meters away, heading towards the forest. Since it's broad daylight, we can't keep running without raising suspicion. So, we start a speed walking competition. It's not until we reach the high walls and get out of the hearing range that I catch up to her. Wait, stop right there! She ignores me, but I grab her shoulders and force her to stay in place. She tries to squirm out of my grip. I turn her around and stare her down. I think you owe me something. Get your hands off me. Don't think you've escaped. We're still in Castle grounds. If you don't follow through with your part, I'll make sure to burn you tonight. She groans and shakes my hand off. Fine. Get me a map. What? I was born here. Do you think I'll just carry a map around? Quill and paper? Nothing? I grab a small branch from a dirtied up tree and hand it to her. She raises an eyebrow and I point to the floor. 'Tis the caveman way. She rolls her eyes before kneeling down and beginning to draw. These are the places where you'll find the ingredients. You need a strand of unicorn hair, a ghost's last wish, and the highest red rose. Good luck! She drops the stick and turns around to leave, but I grab her arm. Not so quick. What do I gotta do with these? Why? I already gave you the recipe. And you think I'm gonna make that potion all by myself? Honestly, I don't care. Well, too bad. You're coming with me. They make their way to the ghost town, only addressing each other to distribute tasks. Mateo gets word for the fire and the witch collects berries. How can I trust these aren't poisonous, witch? Come on, I'm not a killer, unlike others. And stop calling me witch. I have a name. I will call you witch. Until I have that name, and also until you make me this potion to cure my king. What is it then? Aurora. They sleep under the stars, far away from each other. It takes them 3 days to reach the ghost town. Ooh, spooky! We're finally here. Now, how do we collect the ghost's wish? We put it in the jar, duh. Of course, freaking knights are all dumb brutes. But, look, there's a ghost. Let's talk to him. We walk towards the guy who barely registers our presence. Ooh, spookier! Excuse me, Mr. Ghost? Who would like to speak to you? What? let her speak. She's probably better anyway. This might be a little weird, but we need someone's last wish, and that someone happens to be you. My last wish? Yep. I don't remember. Shit, we fucked up. This is gonna take longer than expected. Are there any fragments in there? I suppose the king's gonna be dead. I think he's already dead. I can't see them, so I wouldn't know. What are you talking about? You humans are so clueless. Just help me collect the fragments so we can bottle up Elliot's wish. Oh, okay? Like, you don't have to be so mean. Brink! Oh, I remember! It's working? This place was called Midtown, and all of my family and friends used to be here. They all died from the plague. But I think something happened, maybe? Don't worry. Let's get more fragments so you can remember. Oh, I pulled a star from the sky. Oh yeah! A strange man came one day. He said he was sick, so the town medic took care of him. But the next day, all of us were contaminated. Man, no one here knows health. No one here knows to quarantine themselves. Our skin began to rot and our teeth fell out. Your dental health care was not good. The pain was too much, so the town medic gave us a pill, and then everything turned dark. He killed us. I've been a ghost ever since. Oh, hey, now he's happy. Thank you so much for liberating me. I had to remember my shitty past first, though. Wait, don't you need to fulfill a wish? All I wanted was to remember what happened to my family. I didn't understand it at the moment, but now I do. Now I can go into the afterlife in peace. You're welcome. So yeah, give me all your money before you leave. Can we stay with your wish though? Sure thing. I'll make much better memories where I'm heading. And he vanished. I think half of our shins are cut off. Goodbye. What a pleasant dude. Wait, are you crying? No? Shut up. Oh my god, you are. Whatever, let's get to the next item. It takes them just a couple minutes to reach the forest. Once inside, the road becomes increasingly difficult, as they have to pass through the spiky bushes and dodge low branches. You haven't told me your name yet. Oh, right. I'm Mateo. Her eyebrows raise. Really? I thought you were like a Pedro or an Andreas. Andreas feels about right too. What is that supposed to mean? She just smiles to herself and keeps walking in silence. Have you ever seen a unicorn before? Are you nervous? Don't make fun of me. Those horns are dangerous. They can pierce and gut you. I've only seen them in paintings, though. Don't worry. I've read that they're good creatures. They don't attack unless they sense the one approaching them has bad intentions. Which... yeah, maybe you should worry. Haha. Oh my god, it's there. Oh, that's cute. That horn looks like it can definitely gut me. It's looking at us. He. What? He, not it. How do you know it's male? His horn is bent. Interesting. So it's like a normal woodland creature. You know a lot about animals. Which shit? Now, go get that hair. Why me? Because you have to face your fears. Plus this for your beloved king, not mine. Fine. Be gentle though, make sure not to scare him away. Pet! Focus. Okay, fine. There you go. Well done. You've got the hair in all of your fingers. No thanks to you. Come on, it wasn't so bad. This armor could probably protect you anyway. Whatever, let's get out of here. Just before we can turn away, the animal approaches Aurora and begins to sniff her. Then he starts to groan. What is he doing? Aurora squirms, shaking her head. I don't know, might be getting restless. The creature hisses. Oh, horses can hiss? And Aurora takes a step back. Let's get out of here. We still have one more item to go. According to Mateo, it'll take them a day and a half to get to the mountains. Despite the shorter distance, they are more tired than at the beginning of their trip, so they settle camp as soon as the sky turns orange. Won't your people get mad at me? Or, won't your people get mad that you escaped with a witch? Maybe, but I couldn't let the king die just like that. You seem very devoted. Of course, he's like my father. Oh? Tea? Drama? Spill it. I'll open up. It's not like she's gonna live long enough for this anyway. He took me under his wing when I was a kid. My mother died while giving birth, and my dad followed shortly after. My father was the head of the royal guards and a dear friend of the king, so he kind of adopted me. He wasn't kind enough to adopt me, though. Not many know this, but King Oscar is my godfather. Interesting. So he is capable of good, then. He's not as bad as they make him out to be. Sure, he just burns people alive sometimes. Not people, just witches. Oh shit. That's where the witch racism comes in. Figures. Good night. No, yeah, I'll apologize. Why would I not apologize? My red. I just called her not a person. No, wait. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Like what? Like, I'm clearly subhuman to you. That's not it. I may not approve of your practices, but you've turned to be quite tolerable. Not likable, though. Only tolerable. What a charmer. She stands up, but I catch her wrist before she can leave. Speak from the heart! I'll be honest. I've been taught all my life that magic is evil, that their users deserve to die for choosing Satan's path. That witches are dangerous. But I didn't know they meant it like this. What are you talking about? I think I've fallen under your spell. Oh! Enemies to lovers? How corny. Yeah, it's true though. We've only known each other for a week, and you're truly the most magical person I've ever met. No pun intended. She just stares and I can practically see the gears turning in her head, deciding if she could trust me. I can just hope that my face conveys what I'm feeling, because I don't know what I would do if she walked out on me right now. At last, she sighs and sits down. It's late. Let's talk about it in the morning. She lays down and closes her eyes, but it seems she's holding back a smile. They don't talk about it in the morning. Neither by breakfast or lunch. They don't exchange many words at all, just light touches and hidden smiles. Ew, they're flirting! It's about noon when they finally reach the mountain. Gross! Okay, we're finally here. Let's grab a flower and get to the kingdom. Wait, no. It has to be from the top of the mountain. I look up, having to take a few steps back to see the top. This has to be a joke. It'll take us all night. Yep. But her red rose is right here. Why can't we just grab one of these? No, you need the air pressure for them to go redder. Makes sense. I see. Your wisdom. It has no bounds. I pull up my sleeves, getting ready for the nearly vertical climb. I channeled the inner goat. Aurora tries to do the same, but I raise a hand to stop her. Stay here. What? Want to play hero? It's dangerous. There's no need for both of us to go. I'll sacrifice myself. For you! Wait for me here. I can do it. Aurora fidgets with the end of her dress, glancing sideways before pulling out my arm. Mateo, wait. What's wrong? I told you I can do it. It's really dangerous. We should just give up. After coming all the way here? Yes, let's leave. You know I can't. But we need that flower. The king doesn't have much time left. What's the point of getting the damn flower if you die in the process? Then my sacrifice will be worth it. For the king! Don't be an idiot. She tries to grab me, but doesn't have enough strength to keep me in place. A weak witch cannot stop my night training! I rush to the mountain before she can do anything else to stop me. Mateo! I ignore her and begin to climb. It's harder than I expected, but the adrenaline of the moment allows me to get a couple meters off the ground in a few seconds. I've channeled my inner spider. Just as I'm about to laugh with pride, the rock I'm holding on falls off, leaving me hanging on with one hand, like Spider-Man. Mateo! I try to reach for another rock and almost pull myself up when her voice echoes in the empty lanes. There is no cure! I freeze. You lied to me, witch! You wench! Then slide down the mountain until I'm facing Aurora. What? Her eyes are getting glossy. My heart rate picks up. Feel ready to face these fists of a knight! There's no cure. I made it all up. Why? I was about to get burned at the stake. I needed to escape. Exhale, head spinning. Woo! So, all this trip, it was all a lie? What did you expect? You thought I was going to help my captors? I'm not as stupid as you think. But the king this and the king that. Fuck your king. And your rules and your fears. And definitely, fuck you. We remain in silence, trying to catch our breath like we ran a marathon. What about us? What about it? You know what I mean. I don't think I do. What about last night? Momentary insanity. I kick a rock, frustrated. I've never been in such a difficult position before. My life used to be so simple. How did it get like this? And there's really no clear solution, so I might as well leave the ball in our park. So, what do we do now? What is that supposed to mean? You were my last hope. I've read about the dark infection. It has no cure. King Oster is going to die. I have to return to Albatoria since I'm the only one in line for the throne. If I don't, there will be a war and loads of unnecessary deaths. And whoever wins will kill King Oscar's baby twins to secure their position. So this is goodbye. It doesn't have to be. You can come with me. She scoffs. Peh! Peh! Why would I go with you? I'm a witch. Already forgot about that? You may have lied, but this whole trip, you've taught me that witches aren't what they teach us at home. Except liars! Non-truthers! When I become king, I'll make sure to abolish the witch hunts. And stop burning us at the stake? And stop burning you at the stake. What do you say? With every passing second, my hands become sweatier and my heart beats faster. After what feels like an eternity, Aurora replies, Fine. Great, thank you so much. But you'll have to hide it in the castle until then. As long as you feed me. Aurora and Mateo arrive at Albatoria 3 days later. From afar, they can see the townspeople surrounding a grave. The king has passed away. That same evening, Mateo is crowned king. Aurora spends the next months hidden in her castle, as Mateo gets used to his new responsibilities. They hang out at night and slowly begin to feel butterflies in their stomach. It's the plague! But one day, something changes. When will I be able to come out? Yeah, about that. I spoke to my advisor about their case and I'm afraid it's too early to implement such a drastic law. What does that mean? It means we can't risk it. If I suddenly start advocating for witches, there will be riots. So, what am I supposed to do now? Mateo gets on his knees as he takes out a small bag with a ring. What? The days I've spent with you have been the happiest of my life. I need someone like you to help me rule this kingdom. I want you by my side. What the fuck? But the witch trials. You can wear a wig and cover your eyes. No one has to know you're a witch. Mateo, I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I swear I'll fix it. Just give me some time. What do you say? Okay, here's the thing. Now that I get a break, I feel like there's some serious distrust issues in this relationship right now. Number one, she lied to him. Of course it's to survive, but she lied to him. But of course it's to survive. he was very single-minded. You didn't see this romance bloom that much. You get the hint that it's like enemies to lovers, but there's not like a blooming. And now I feel like we're supposed to be advocating for witches, right? And there's people in the jail that are witches, and they're gonna be burned at the stake. But this man is like, oh, let me marry you. Like, why would I marry him? I'm not here just for love. I'm here for witches' rights. So, like, I'm gonna leave, bro. Despite having grown fond of Mateo, Aurora can't handle living a life where she has to hide who she is. Yeah! She packs up her few belongings and exits quietly at midnight without looking back. She hears of witch towns in the forest far away from Alventoria. Who knows? Maybe happiness is waiting for her out there. With someone who will accept her as she is! Self-love! True. Ooh, self-love was true ending. Okay, wait, I actually want to check something. Okay. I just want to see... Because if the self-love ending is the true ending, I want to see what'll happen if we marry him and have to hide ourselves. 2 weeks later, the wedding takes place at the best church in Alventoria. Aurora performs an illusion spell to dye her hair a human color and changes her facial features to the point where she's irrecognizable. The day is a total success, and then Aurora, who now goes by Ariel, is crowned as concert queen. Everyone loves her and praises her, but as the weeks become months and the months become years, she can't help wondering if she made the right choice. Right? Right? I think that too, man! Okay, so I'm not gonna do all the endings, but like, I like how the true ending isn't staying with him. You know, it's not like, oh, romance is always the key. No, like she has to look out for herself. So she left. That's the true ending. So what I have to say about this is I feel like there's a bit too much. Oh, but maybe that's the point. Maybe it's not the point. But like it was too much rushed. We brushed past too many things, including like her advocacy for witches, the romance, and the king dying. Considering how much you see this dude care for the king. But I do very much like the fact that like you see at least a little bit of like blooming in each one, like romance blooming, even if it's hinted at, and that the true ending is her leaving to stay as herself, to be herself. So yeah, that was the Potions Path. I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.